Hey guys, it's Mustafa here, doing Demon. And they have some new functions for the names. If you want to see your resources on the target so you don't have to look at your own target, then you can select that. I like larger nameplates and I always like to see them. And for questing, you want to have minions up too. I also set class colors for rating, because then you don't really have to check people. They have their class colors set up. And then got our abilities: Chaos Strike, Toss Fury, and then Demon's Bite. That's how you get Fury. Fell Rush, it's attack and a charge and almost like a mage blink. And then you've got Glides, works like the Goblin Glider, and Spectral Sight. While questing, you don't usually use that, but there is one quest here where you have to use it. So I set all these up. And also the glider, you don't really need to use a lot either. Start out killing demons, and right now we only have 2 real attacks and the charge. So start out getting the Fury. With the Demon Bite. There's your double jump. And then you use Chaos Wave, Chaos Strike. Chaos Wave is old Demonology ability. There's like a really old, bug or glitch that people have always sworn to me is true. Every attack you do in the game it always, well, most attacks in games, some this doesn't apply to, but for most, you have like a low end of the damage and a high end. And apparently, if you jump, you always hit the higher end. So sometimes I do that. I don't really know if I believe it. I did test it out when I was leveling before, and it seemed to work, but I still don't know if it's true. I'm sure there's some people out there that are like, no way, that's true. But I used to see rogues back when I started PvPing and Cataclysm, and they would just, like, there's a gnome rogue, and he would be jumping up and down because he thought he was getting more damage doing that. Or maybe that's the only way he can attack you, if he's jumping up and down. Who knows? So, kill the demons, change the banner.
Where is the keystone?
Sayana, Jace, Alari, find the keystone. Now, let's see about activating that gateway. We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation. Trust in Lord Illidan. Activate all 3 gates and summon in the rest of our forces.
So now you're summoning forces from Illidan into this world.
Plenty of souls were sacrificed here. The activator is I will move ahead and find Alari.
And you'll get your first mount.
From Lord Illidan himself. My forces are yours. Assist in establishing the volcano foothold. Ashton, forward!
And actually the first time, 2 times I did this, there were a lot of people. But tonight, as you can see, there aren't really a lot of people around. And actually I guess it's 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here it's 8:30. So you're also bringing in more of Illidan's forces. This time some Naga.
Illidari Commander, I present.
And actually I was thinking about this the other night, there's a lot of players out there that really want Naga to be a playable race. Even saw some developers saying how they want it to be. And the coil scar, whatever they're called, or here with Illidan, they aren't with Lady Vash or Ashara. So technically, since we're going to be friends with Illidan again, we could possibly be playing that faction of Naga in the future, if they did become playable. Because all the Naga currently on Azeroth they hate both of the Alliance and Horde, and there's no way that they would join us, so we won't be able to play them. But maybe we could play Illidan's Naga, because before this expansion, we just assumed he hated us and wanted to kill us. But now it turns out that he was actually after the Burning Legion.
Need to get closer.
So there's a cool thing that we have now. That you didn't have in the other expansions, and that's
Too far away.
this. If you see that's something underground, that's great. In the past it was just yellow, but that tells you it's inside somewhere, so that's nice. So if you're ever mining, it happened to me all the time. I saw a node and I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it because it was underground somewhere in a cave. So now you can see which ones, which quests, which nodes, which herbs are inside or outside. So there's those shards. After you kill something, you can run over to those and it heals you. So you kill people, or not people, demons. And you gain their powers. So we got a new ability called I-Beam. I guess this guy wants me to follow him. So I-Beam has a 45-second cooldown, takes half your fury, and it does a lot of damage. It's good if you're fighting a boss or something with a lot of health, or a bunch of enemies at once for AoE. So now we get to spy on the leaders.
lost everything. What have we? Death to the Legion.
So we're killing that guy who's talking and making a sacrifice. These demon hunters are all about sacrifices, apparently.
I need to target something first. I can't attack that. I'm out of range.
We go I-beam. So you just basically killed 3 guys with it. It does have a long cooldown. 45 seconds. So you want to be careful when you use it, I guess. Got a bunch of guys that chase me.
Those spiders get in trouble. Take out the stabilizers.
I'm gonna let him catch up. But he ran away. He's gonna I-beam them all. So I just kill these guys while cooldown comes back up. Because I don't want to do a boss fight without I-beam.
Can't attack that target.
We'll do it anyway.
Deal with these insects for lunch.
Will die! That's it. Out of range.
There we go.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. I can't attack that.
And we got interrupts. Consume magic, and if you interrupt ability, you get 50 fury.
We have a huge problem. Can't attack that target. I've
Here's something.
sacrificed everything.
You can actually sacrifice yourself. See what happens. I've made up my mind. Sacrifice me.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
You die,
I need a target.
and Illidan talks to you. Tells you that you're like him. You go to the Twisting Nether because you're too much of a demon. So go find a body, inhabit it. Luckily your body's still there, so I guess you're going to inhabit it yourself. So looks like that thing just wasn't available before, or I just didn't see it.
Yeah. Lord Illidan has placed my Shavala at your disposal. A small force has infiltrated the Black Temple.
As you can see,
Shatari
she
armies
talks about the Black Temple. Black Temple is under attack
obtain the Samurai keystone
by a small force,
and return to
and that's the force when you go there to start raiding Black Temple. There are the people already there. So we're still in, I don't know, Hellfire Peninsula, making our way to the bigger guys.
Mount up. The Legion is not playing around. We've unleashed their devastators. We barely make it through. Most of us anyway. We're under bombardment up here too.
They're not playing around.
kill them.
Burning Legion. It only hits for 10% of your health. Not bad. There are a lot of demons though.
You made it through.
Just want to get out of here, guys.
Lord Illidan knows the way. Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction. Not despite
So I think that's a good part to end the first part. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'll do part 2 and part 3. So check those out if you want to see more of the walkthrough. And I'll see you in part 2.